In this video, we're going to talk about residential versus commercial plumbing, and we're going to talk about it right now. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the Expert Plumber. I've been plumbing over 38 years, and I have every master endorsement in the state of Texas. On this channel, I'm teaching you everything you need to know about plumbing. If you haven't been here before, please subscribe so you don't miss anything. Residential versus commercial plumbing. And I get asked this question a lot because this is one of the questions that I ask people when they first tell me they want to get into plumbing. Do you want to do residential or commercial? Do you want to do service or new construction? Do you want to be union or non-union? So this is really a great question. Residential versus commercial. What are the pros and cons? Residential plumbing is actually going out and working on houses. And the good thing about that, to me, the best thing about that is you're liable to be in different houses every day. I own a residential service company. We're in multiple houses every day, meaning one of my plumbers may go out in the morning and go to one call, may go to another call right before lunch, another call after lunch, and maybe even one more call before the end of the day. When you look at it like that, he's really got a pretty cool day ahead of him. He gets to move around a lot. He gets to change the scenery. He is not tied up on one job all day long very often. Now, don't get me wrong. If he's doing a repipe or a sewer relay or a gas relay or something like that, he may be tied up on that job for a while. But to be honest, normally he gets to work on 2 or 3 houses a day. That's pretty interesting. That's one of the pros about it. Now, one of the cons about it, you are literally moving back and forth, trying to maybe set a water heater here, fix a faucet here, repair a toilet here, and unstop a drain here. Now, some people love that. Me, I like it. It makes it interesting because I've got so many different things going on that, man, it keeps my mind running in all kinds of different directions. And I really do enjoy that. The cons about it are maybe when you get off work at 5 o'clock, you're on the other side of the town. When you're on the other side of town and you get off and you've got to fight traffic to get all the way back home, that may not be a good thing. But some of my plumbers live really close here, and we try to focus on a certain area. Don't get me wrong, we go outside of it, but we try to focus on a certain area. And if they live close, it makes it kind of nice because if they're in that area, when they get off, they normally don't have very far to go. Residential's got good things about it, but so does commercial. If you're a commercial plumber, and guys, I've been a commercial plumber for years. I started in the union in 97. I got out in 2015. So I had 18 years straight of nothing but commercial work. The cool thing about that was I would get on a job and I would be on that job for months or even years. I worked in downtown Dallas for a while. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I actually got to discover parts of downtown Dallas that I didn't even know existed. I got to discover restaurants that I did not know was there. And one of the neatest things, I built a relationship with the people at Republic Tower, and I was actually able to go down there at midnight one night, get up on top of the building, and look down. Guys, commercial work's not a bad thing. You can make great relationships there. You can also learn things. Guys, commercial and residential are completely different. Residential is normally a wood construction where commercial may be metal studs. There's a lot of different things and you get to learn it all. When I tell people in the beginning, do you want to work residential or commercial? But wait a second, let's go back. What are the cons to commercial? You may be on the same job every day for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I was out at DFW Airport, 4 years, 3 years, a long time. I started with A terminal and then went to the next phases of it and then E terminal. So I was actually out at DFW Airport for a long time. And from where I live, that was a long drive. Luckily, I was a superintendent. We worked the hours of 6 to 2:30, which I've always gone in early and always stayed late. But still, I could be down there at 5:30, 5 o'clock, be way ahead of my guys by the time the day started. And then at the end of the day at 2:30, I could go in the office, I could work, catch up on what I needed to catch up on, and still get away from the airport by about 3:30, maybe 4 o'clock, but I'm still home before 5 o'clock traffic. The pitfalls of it, guys, I was 30 miles from home, and that's where my job was every day. So there's good things and bad things about all of it. But back to me, why do I ask people those questions? Some people may not like high rises. Some people may love getting 60, 80 feet off the ground and seeing the world. And I know it sounds funny, but when you're in some of those areas and you get to see some of those things, it's actually pretty cool. I remember working on Slumberjay down in Austin. We'd go in early, and there's one building in particular that you could climb up on, and we'd get done at about 5 o'clock. We'd go in early. We'd get up on this building and watch the sun come up and literally look out and watch the deer in a field near the job. Really pretty cool deal. What are the pros? The pros to residential are you get to move around a lot. You get to see a lot of different problems if you're in service. And you could be on a job. You could actually be on like 2 or 3 houses in a day in the same neighborhood. So you're doing a rough in or a top out or setting fixtures. You can actually get in here, take care of things, and be on 3 different jobs, but you're all right there. Cons against residential? You know what? I don't know that there are any. I don't mind residential. I actually love residential. I don't know that I would like to do residential new construction. I've done it before, but I really love residential service. So what are pros and cons about commercial? Pros, man, when you're on one job for a long time, you've got job security. If you're a hard worker, you do a good job, they're not going to get rid of you. You're actually going to be there for a while. Cons against commercial, you know what? Some people don't like heights. Some people don't like the fact that, during construction, you may have job ladders, OSHA, wearing harnesses, hard hats, safety glasses. Those are things that, even though they're good for us, and even though they make us safe, they can be a pain sometimes. Also, on a commercial job site, it's set up like an office. You show up at a certain time. You have a break at a certain time. You have lunch at a certain time. Residential, normally not so. You take breaks when you can. You take lunch when you want to. Maybe you can run down the street and get something on a commercial job. That may be hard. If you're on a high rise and it takes 10 minutes to get down to the ground, they're normally going to frown on it. If you take time to get to the ground, go eat lunch, come back, and then go back up. So there's a lot of different things to look at. Pros and cons. The pros are, guys, as plumbers, we've got a great job. As con, you know what? Doesn't matter if you're in residential or service, or residential or commercial, service or construction. Even in new construction, you may have to tie into a sewer line. So you can always get into it. So be careful. What do I like about this? This is one of the greatest trades there is. Commercial or residential, service or new construction, union or non-union. Guys, depending on what you are, leave a comment down below and let me know. Tell me what kind of work you do. What are you in? Are you in residential or commercial? Are you in service or new construction? Are you union or non-union? If you like these videos, check out some of the other ones, but please leave me a comment and give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about it. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the Expert Plumber, and I'll see you on the next video if you don't get flushed.